in one end attracted to Jerusalem. When someone was born in a certain place, he have the feeling of the air, the breathing of the air and the light. So when I come here, I come home. I come home for a certain way. But I can be here for a day, for 3 days, and then I say, enough. I want to go to the reality, to the place in which the real things are for me.
I personaggi di Abraham Yehoshua sono sempre in movimento, ma tutti fanno tappa a Gerusalemme. Calcano per un po' il selciato intriso di storia della città santa prima di riprendere il viaggio, onde evitare di essere risucchiati nel baratro di un passato che qui non passa e che minaccia di spalancarsi sotto ogni vecchia lastra sconnessa. Anche l'autore, classe 1936, ha un rapporto complesso con Gerusalemme. È questa la sua città natale, ma per continuare ad amarla ne ha dovuto prendere le distanze. Nel 1967, l'anno in cui la città è stata riunita sotto bandiera israeliana, si è trasferito ad Haifa, più laica e moderna. Ma Abraham Yehoshua continua a definire Gerusalemme, specie quella della sua infanzia, il suo paesaggio più intimo. Ciò che lo cruccia è che questa città, forse troppo santa, è anche l'epicentro del conflitto medio orientale.
Jerusalem is representing, of course, the heart of the Jewish history, but in the same time a threat to the peace process. Because Jerusalem is so complicated and the interests here are so big and so intensive and so contradictory. The problem is here. In the old city, in this 1 square of kilometers in which all the religions are mixed together, and how you will separate sovereignty there. This is the cradle of monotheism. So we have to do this place without any national sovereignty. No Israeli flag, no Palestinian flag, no other flag. But a kind of a commission of the 3 big monotheistic religions that will dominate this place and make it like a Vatican. Why it cannot work? I think that most of the Israelis will be happy if the religious interests will be preserved here and guarded here. And this can be even better than the Vatican. I have to say to you, this can be a competition to the Vatican. And I have already a name for it. It's called Datican. Datican means my religious is here. And this is the religious of most of the world.
Quante passioni ha suscitato Gerusalemme nel corso della sua lunga storia, un destino che l'accompagna ancora oggi. Per uno scrittore la città più contesa è una portentosa fonte di ispirazione, anche per Abraham Yehoshua.
Yes, it is a source, but a source that I control also. Because if this is the reason why I left Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a very symbolic, allegoric city. Everything you touch here, immediately it has a super layer. So I wanted to go to a kind of more realistic description. And I wanted to detach myself a little bit from this kind of environment that inspire a certain literature. So, in every novel of mine, you will see a paragraph of Jerusalem, meaning I have to come to Jerusalem to take a bit of metaphysical element and then return to Tel Aviv or to Haifa, to the reality.
C'è la Gerusalemme reale e quella simbolica. In Signor Mani, il capolavoro di Yehoshua, uno dei personaggi dice: gli ebrei portano Gerusalemme ovunque essi vadano e più la portano con sé, più risplende.
It means that the Jews had left Jerusalem. This is the most important element in our history, that we have not been expelled by the Roman from here. We left by our own will. And this is the reason, because Jerusalem was a kind of a symbol in the liturgy, in the prayer. Jerusalem, you could keep it, you can go to Canada and you have Jerusalem, and you go to many places and you have Jerusalem. So the question was how to detach from the symbolic element of Jerusalem, and Zionism was started in 1881 when people from Jerusalem left Jerusalem and built the first colony after 2,000 years, Petach Tikva. This was to go out of Jerusalem and be there.
In questo complesso, il Mishkenot Shananim, abitava il padre di Abraham Yehoshua, Yaakov Yehoshua, studioso del Medio Oriente. Si tratta del primo quartiere ebraico fuori delle mura. Fu fondato a metà dell'Ottocento da un filantropo britannico, Moses Montefiore, che offrì agli ebrei della città vecchia case più dignitose e un lavoro, il mulino, per renderli indipendenti dai soldi della diaspora, fino allora l'unica fonte di sostentamento. Uno strappo foriero di conseguenze. Oggi, secondo Yehoshua, Gerusalemme non ha lo stesso significato per chi ci vive e per chi la fa rivivere solo nelle preghiere.
I think in the diaspora they pay more attention to this because they don't have to live here. They don't see the Arabs here. They don't see the religious here. They can sit in Cleveland and speak about Jerusalem, how wonderful. It is for them a kind of a mythology and not of a real thing. We have to face the real thing. And when we face the real thing, we have to bring solution.
Sullo sfondo l'accusa agli ebrei della diaspora di foraggiare imprese che complicano la soluzione del conflitto, come l'espansione degli insediamenti in Cisgiordania. Famoso il discorso di Yehoshua al congresso ebraico americano, la distinzione tracciata tra ebrei parziali, quelli della diaspora, e totali, coloro che hanno scelto di vivere nello Stato ebraico.
All the reality here is Jewish, and I have to give answers to all the questions of life, not only to take some texts or go to synagogue. I have to give answers to the relationship with the minority, the question and war of peace, the question of the social system, the question of economic, and the most important, I am, I would say, governed by the Jews. I'm not a voluntary Jew. The Jews can take taxes from me, the Jews can send me to war, the Jews can send me to prison, the Jews can evacuate me from my home. I am living in an obligatory relationship with the Jews and not with a voluntary relationship. This is when the State of Israel was created, it was a change in the grade of Jewish identity, of the intensity of the Jewish identity.
L'identità ebraica ed israeliana è uno dei temi portanti dell'opera di Yehoshua e Gerusalemme, crocevia tra Occidente e Oriente, è l'osservatorio privilegiato per definirla.
We are Western and Eastern at the same time. We are Mediterranean. This is the key. This is the key to our identity. We are not the West, we are not the East. Half of the population of Israel is coming from Islam country. The desert is 5 kilometers from here. You go to the desert. You go to the desert already. So it is on the border of a desert. The Arabs are here. All the Arab world is here. So we have to keep the balances very delicately and wisely. And we have to be helped by the Christian, especially the European, that know exactly what is history. And I think that this can be a jewel. This can be a wonderful place of pelerinage, of coming to, as it is already today.
Gerusalemme è città aperta, ma anche la necessità di due stati per due popoli. Secondo Yehoshua, ebrei ed arabi per vivere insieme devono prima imparare a vivere separati.
Yes, not together, not together. We are different people. Every people has the right to have his own system, his